Sports. And we'll be watching the Browns' leader at quarterback. He's currently third in the NFL in passing yards. It's the Browns and the Ravens, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Strap in. This will be a good one. Two one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
A quick throw, but incomplete. You look at this Baltimore defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And leading them out is their fifth-year quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And he goes out right around the 39. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Up the middle they go. It's Burnett trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Bennett. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 19-yard line.
They'll drop the throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Now Ridley. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. The Browns at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers for him from a week ago: 10 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
You know he's proud of his standing as the league's number 3 rusher, and those linemen in front of him, they're just as proud, but they all have the same goal in mind. Get him to number...
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or 2 shy of midfield. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll keep it on the ground. Burnett. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. Bennett now to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And Bennett will look to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take, Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. This is Ridley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. He's got it. This is Ware. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's 2nd down.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. As they've got it as we resume action. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Back to throw again. Open man, it's Palmer. And he's not going to get the 1st down. He had to get to the 30, but he's a yard or 2 short. So they decline the holding penalty and will take the down instead, as that leads us to 4th. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. 2nd and 10. They'll run with Ridley. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickels.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Patterson's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Bennett now off play action. He finds his man, complete. That's Bance. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Burnett. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now a 2nd and 6. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early.
All start. Offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Bennett now. Eluding the press. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you figure the field goal team coming on 4th.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh sent on the field goal unit. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, it's Bennett. Throw left side complete. That's Bass.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out.
Second down.
Bennett looking to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burnett. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Bennett. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up second down. The slot man in motion right. It's Bennett going to have another throw here. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Bass. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. To throw is Bennett. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Bennett fakes a handoff, now to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. From the shotgun, here's Bennett. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
He finds his man, complete. That's Bass. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick is good. And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, but still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Here's 2nd and 7. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And it's the Cowboys on top as they play the second quarter. The Cowboys locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we head east to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. The Jags trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. The Patriots trying to hold on and claim victory. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side will play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it to 26. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They were winners a week ago over the Steelers, and they lead this one as well as they start here 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Bass. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Back to throw, Bennett. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Looking to throw here. Bennett. That is caught. And he goes out right around the 39. 7 catches for him now. And this last one, a first down. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to the air yet again. Bennett got a man, and he hits him in stride. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Bennett now to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route. But he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a yard. And Bennett will look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll throw again with Bennett. And this one is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Bennett working from the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Bennett here out of the shotgun. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Another opportunity now for the Browns offense. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
Jones has it. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Again, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense, because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late.
That's interference.
That might be PI. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Back to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let it work out.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
No touchdowns for them in the first half, but their defense kept them in this ball game. So now, maybe this can loosen them up a little, because they played tight so far, and they get right back in it with a touchdown run.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Ravens offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Bennett throwing to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 38 now, here's second and a yard. Looking to throw. Bennett looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Up the middle they go. Burnett, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Slot man moves right. From the 44, Bennett throwing middle, and it's complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Bass. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Bennett. And this one complete to Burnett. So the completion good for just 3. And 3rd and 8 now. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Bennett now. Over the middle, it's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is indeed good, and they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Cleveland offense making their way out. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 24-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He's got it. This is Ware. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The offense on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Defense.
And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's
Automatic
right in
first
front of
down.
him. He has to watch it move first.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
At the 45-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They'll look to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
49-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down and 11-yard pickup.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
49-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 11. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
4 makes it 3rd and 7.
He'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 11-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Browns have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and a defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. The drive will start with an option going left. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Burnett. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They'll run on first down. Burnett, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Burnett, and he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So now the Browns down by a field goal. 1:51 on the clock. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. They'll look to throw. Able to find Jones. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Back to throw. He'll find Jones again, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Now that is the 2-minute drill at its very best. Get the completion, get a big chunk of yardage, and then get out of bounds to save those timeouts. You cannot do it any better than that.
This is 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll come up now on 2nd down. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to fourth.
Well, when this drive began, the offense only needed a field goal, but the defense ramped up the pressure, and after back-to-back sacks, they're feeling confident they might keep them off the board.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Patterson's kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Back to throw now on 1st down. Here we go. This to avoid overtime. That is incomplete. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Ravens who won the toss. They'll get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw here. Out of the nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will take it right down Broadway. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much, too.
So for the Browns,